Welcome to Staff Module 1 Essentials. Let's begin with a warm-up. Just nice and easy, lifting the staff above your head, bringing it back down, keeping your grip somewhat narrow. You can widen it when you go to the side there, bringing it up and over, working the lateral flexion of the spine. Bring it across the hip, up and over. There, up and over, across the hip, and then try to connect it to your shoulder girdle too. There. Opening your shoulders and moving your legs back and forth from bow stance to bow stance. Circling the whole spine as if your back was made of bamboo. Don't forget to test your horse stance. This exercise is a casting exercise to get the staff comfortable around your body. Just changing grips in front of your lower dantian, going back and forth, back and forth. Once you're comfortable with this, right, start turning and stepping with it, allowing the staff, when it connects with your center, to move your leg and vice versa. Controlling it, but also obeying its commands. You don't want it far away from yourself like that. You want it close to your center. See how it draws that line across, close to your center. Right. Then you can start sinking down into various stances with this motion, giving it a gravity, giving it a weight. There. To the other side here. You can see how it opens up into any stance. Empty stance. There, keeping the staff level across the pelvis, allowing it to move you. We'll take the same concept and apply it to the shoulder girdle. You can see how I use the same casting motion that I use below and cast it over my sternum through my middle dantian to my shoulder. See how I use my body? I don't just hoist it up there with my hand. Across, low, up and over. See how it sets ready for that high guard. Over the head, set, set. You can see that the pelvic girdle and the shoulder girdle are important as they work together. Try different combinations of casting through the pelvic girdle and up to the shoulder girdle, changing your stances and changing your intention and flow, getting connected with the weapon so it's part of you. Here we're going to have some wrist warm-ups. So just putting the staff to the side, just kind of row your boat until that comes into a upward flourish. Concentrate on the wrist, however, don't lose a sense of your center. Once the wrist becomes part of the arm and you move, you can see how it sinks into your hips slightly. I'm keeping my body pretty straight because I want to warm up, my joints and my muscles in the movement. You can also do it forward. Slow, slow, open, open, open. Row the boat, open, open, open. Row the boat. Open, open, open. Notice that I keep the staff very lateral and parallel to my body. It doesn't get too crazy. Now this one's a good one, coming to the elbow. When you come here, you come to the elbow, it locks, right? You can see now moving your hip, it locks. That creates a line to shift you back behind. And then you can repeat that motion. Up, lock in, here. Lock, open, here. When it locks into the elbow, it circles air out, over, and then you can push forward even to that flower from behind there. This is a good exercise to get that position connected with what can come next. However, also that position links really your shoulders and your hips and your elbow all together so you have a nice clean aesthetic and flow. Then just fun up around the necks there, just to get used to the staff being close to your body and close to your face so you're not intimidated by it when you're really getting some moves on. The final wrist warm-up is very similar to a spear one. I kind of grip the staff a few inches above the base that's facing me, and I just try to make a perfect circle. Toss it up, try the other side. You can make this harder or easier, right? If you grab it all the way at the end, it'll be harder because it's more weight. It becomes a little unruly, but that's okay. If you grab it mid, I like it there. Maybe you can add a little weight to it. It's kind of like the bent pencil trick. If you do it like that, you kind of get caught sometimes. So watch it. Stances. Again, starting with the horse stance. Always a good test. Casting the staff through your lower center or your pelvis, right? Using it, stepping out, see, rotating and using it as a push-pull. Push-pull with the staff to bring you into it. Drawing, almost like you're drawing through your belly, stepping into the bow stance. Up, low, center. Keep it level for now. Here coming forward, throwing, again, throwing action, pulling one hand to the hip and one hand forward, almost like you're doing a punch. Similar energy. Then we have empty stance again, pulling. Empty stance 3/4. Again, keeping the staff level. Sinking. Sink, pivot, align foot and staff. Imagine that the foot and, well, your leg and your staff are connected. Everything's really connected, but move them as one. Then you can cast up to a high shoulder position in empty stance and try Golden Rooster, see? There. Again, casting up, set, rise, down, pulling back. Again, casting through my sternum up over the head. Right? Rise. And focus and down. Seeing how my hands are spaced out over my shoulders. Grip and spin 1. So here we're going to look at some basic grip, right? We have over, under, and then we have under, under, and then over, under, other side, and then over, over. Pretty basic. Think of it like you're doing pull-ups. You know how when you change hand positions when you're doing pull-ups, if you do that sort of thing. See how each one can work from the shoulder, gripping up high, gripping down low. Now this grip is similar to how you'd use a spear, see? You want to have a floating feeling when gripping the staff. So here, let's look at this basic twirl. See, a lot of people come over that way, right? What I like to do is I have an over-under grip, you see, and then I push forward this way, making it a little, that's just the way I like it. The reason I do it in this fashion and not the common over way is because once you take the staff out of your hand, which I'll do in a moment, you'll see where it goes into different patterning with open hand and weapons. Make sure there's always a space between your hands. Don't have your hands too tight. So here we go. You can practice this without anything. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's the staff waltz. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? You see this in a lot of things, right? There we go there. Or here, through like with sticks. There, up, over, around, which we'll see with double broadsword later. And down. So very cool. So again, here we are with the staff. See, I bring it to my hip first, and there's that elbow again. 1. Oh, yeah, so that is definitely what you do not want to do. You don't want to curl up T-Rex style, nor do you want to be out just with your wrists, having a chicken head. There you want your nice and easy, right? Feel the space. You can get cooking a little bit, just relax. Switch your feet, relax your shoulders, don't tense up. This is where you flow with it, casting your energy forward as if you're going to advance. Body stirring and anchor points 1. So here, we're going to take it up into the high guard, basically mailbox baseball style. Here, roll with the shoulder, connecting that part of the staff with your shoulder as you roll, circle upon a circle. It helps you go up over the head, see, and to switch grip. Again, 3 points, 2, 3, right? 3 points going on. This gives you power, a power assist with your body with heavier weapons. My staff's made out of titanium, so I'm not going to cast it too far out like that unless I have to. Not that that's invalid or something, that's cool too. But I like to keep it close, you know? It's called like fishing style. Down to the hip there. The goal of the stirring and the sticking of the weapon to the body, you could say, is to really connect. See how everything moves as one, circles within circles into the attack. Up over the head, again down to the hip. All is one. Now anchor points. So check it out. The first one's over the shoulder, which was important, right? I like it a lot. So here, I just go backwards up over here at the shoulder, and I just feel that motion again. Don't make it too complicated or stylized. Just feel it naturally. Don't bring it up high like that, because that's really terrible. M down low is not going to work very well either. So find your comfortable mid-grip with the staff. Bring it underneath there, and see how that pulling down motion is a push-pull, right? Staff goes down, arms go out, you expand, right? Or you can turn around for another type of attack, or defense, or evasion, or whatever you want to call it, or pull back in a sweeping motion. It's the anchor to the shoulder that does it. So you go here, down and empty, right here, forward, right? Again, both sides, because we don't want to be one-sided, right? Here, sweeping back, see, clearing. Again, throwing, sweeping back. Throwing, anchoring, static. Throwing, anchoring, empty. Throwing, anchoring, push, pull forward. Here's some addendum exercises. One is this circular movement with the staff that comes up to the high guard in the shoulder. You see this a lot. Now with a lightweight staff, it's very, very simple, right? Don't make it close to your neck because that's silly, and too far out, you have no control. So here, find it natural, find the casting, flat there, circles around up onto the shoulder, right? Imagine like you have like a, teacup in your hand that you can't spill, right? There, moving, just get it used to. See how again it goes into that other motion. I really encourage you to explore this, keeping it easy. I'm not getting too fancy, and I'm actually really not getting too exact. That's not the place for this right now. Right now is me getting my body conditioned to the entire movement. Here again, dropping, going side to side, going across the lower dantian, just working, dropping, rolling into a stance setting. Feel how your stance and your hips are connected with the staff as you play and explore. Thank you so much for watching. More will come later. Just remember, keep practicing and keep training, and if you hit yourself, it's okay. We've all done it.